We'll be flying X-Wings in Fortnite's new season, but that's not even the best part. From the entire Battle Pass being revealed to an item we waited 6 years for, here's everything we know about Fortnite Star Wars Galactic Battle. So the full Battle Pass lineup for next season was revealed last week, and so much more is released since then. There are characters in this pass that never showed up in the teaser trailer. In the lead, we have Jedi Evie, and I know fans usually criticize mashups and collabs, but this one's actually pretty cool. That's because she'll also have an edit style that allows you to turn her to the dark side of the Force. Then we have confirmation that Poe Dameron is making an appearance, and let's just say no one was expecting him to be a Battle Pass skin. I will say, it's pretty cool to have Oscar Isaac in Fortnite. Technically, this is his third appearance in the game, this time with his actual face. Then of course we have Emperor Palpatine, the big bad villain of the season, but this is where things get interesting. Fortnite revealed we're getting a General Grievous skin. He is easily the most anticipated Star Wars character in years, and I gotta say he looks incredible. He hadn't been seen before this reveal, so it's just an amazing surprise. But this is where we get to the final outfit of the Battle Pass, Wookiee Team Leader. Fans are a little disappointed because this means only 3 people in the Battle Pass are actually Star Wars characters. But don't worry, all will be forgiven if Fortnite adds lightsaber pickaxes. And I know, we've sounded like broken records every year. It's like our May 4th tradition where we get a Star Wars event and the world gets disappointed when another ridiculous pickaxe get added. Literally now or never for these to happen, and there is hope. In the Battle Pass image, you could spot characters holding sabers we have never seen before, hinting that we might finally get a customizable pickaxe in Season 3. Also, in the background, you can spot both TIE Fighters and X-Wings. These aren't just for decoration, these will be brand new vehicles that you could actually fly. TIE Fighters will work for duos, while X-Wings will work with your entire squad, letting your friends stand on the roof and the wings. Now that we're into the final days of Season 2, Fortnite has straight up posted the new map in its entirety. But before I reveal it all, let's focus on the bottom right named Outpost Enclave. This huge POI has replaced Hopeful Heights, and it's home to an entire desert biome. Of course, you can't have a Star Wars desert without a cantina, and that's why Mos Eisley is here. You'll be able to explore the whole city and even break into a sand crawler to get tons of loot. And you can get into the Star Wars spirit right now because Epic just granted everyone a free Stormtrooper skin. It's a new First Order variant completely separate from the one we've seen in the shop before. All you gotta do is link your Disney account and it's yours. You just gotta go here, and if you're in an eligible region, you'll see a new My Disney option. You gotta simply follow the steps to link your account. You don't even have to be subscribed to Disney Plus, and the next time you log in, the skin is in your locker. But watch out, an evil presence is lurking on the map. You may have spotted him during last week's teaser trailer, and it's of course Jar Jar Binks, but with a twist. You see, the most popular fan theory in all of Star Wars is that Jar Jar was actually pretending to be a moron and is instead a Sith Lord. Well, that joke theory has turned out to be true in Fortnite's universe, birthing Darth Jar Jar. We still don't know if he'll be part of the item shop or this season's secret pass outfit, but I'm excited to find out. As for something you can experience right now, just go in game and look up at the sky. That's no moon, it is the huge Death Star staring at you, and it's pretty hard to miss, not gonna lie. It's terrifying knowing it could destroy all of us at a moment's notice. It has been getting closer and closer every day, and honestly, this is one of the best ways you could ever visualize the true scale of the Death Star. Like, it really is the size of a moon. But that's not the only thing progressing each week. Fortnite Season 3 will have 5 updates in a row. Every week we'll enjoy a new period of Star Wars, and that starts with the Imperial takeover on May 2nd. This will probably bring Palpatine, Stormtroopers, and of course the X-Wings and TIE Fighters. Then we'll have the pull of the Force on May 8th, probably giving us a bunch of Force powers, before leading into the Mandalorian Rising on May 22nd. This will bring a brand new customizable Mandalorian skin to the game that fans are freaking out over. Now, you're not going to be able to get Pedro Pascal's version if you didn't play in Chapter 2, but it's the next best thing, and who knows? Maybe you'll get to customize it to look like Din Djarin or Bo-Katan. Or maybe, just maybe, you'll decide to play as an even more infamous Mandalorian. You see, in the Battle Pass reveal, you can spot blasters that we've only seen once in the films. These belong to Jango Fett. This not only confirms his dual blasters will be a weapon next season, but it also hints he'll probably get his own outfit during the Mandalorian week. All of this will build up to the 4th update called the Star Destroyer Bombardment. As you can guess from the name, we'll probably have the Emperor's full army arrive to power up the Death Star and prepare to destroy the island. If you're seeing the theme here, all of the weekly changes are taking us through every trilogy in Star Wars. Think about it, the prequels include Darth Jar Jar, Grievous, and more, but this will also showcase Venator-class destroyers from the prequels alongside Imperial Star Destroyers from the original trilogy. With all of these attacks from Palpatine, things are not looking great on the island. So what are we doing here? What's our mission? Well, it's to destroy the Death Star, just like the original film. That'll happen in the live event in the final week called the Death Star Sabotage. This event is going to be a mix of Operation Skyfire and the Galactus battle, where we pull off the trench run and blow up the space station. And that's not just speculation. Star Wars themselves have revealed that the season will end in a live end of season narrative event. It's the first time since Chapter 3 that we'll be getting 2 fully fledged live events in a single year. Not only will we be equipped with starfighters to do it, but there'll also be a bunch of new weapons. So what is coming? Well, along with the usual E11 blasters and the bowcaster, Epic are also treating us to the DL-44 pistol, Han Solo's iconic weapon, and you can spot Fishstick holding it in the key art. There's also the CR2 heavy pistol held by Poe, which should basically work like a blaster SMG, but the most interesting of all is this rifle held by a Mandalorian. This is an A280 CFE convertible blaster. This is actually taken directly out of Andor, where he mods an entire pistol to basically become an AR, and it's leaving many hoping he'll be arriving too with this new series dropping right now. But let's take it back a second and look at the Season 3 map again. I showed you the bottom right's desert biome, but what else is here? Well, heading to the top left, replacing Woofy Wharf and the swamplands with a resistance base. You can land here and find the Millennium Falcon parked up, and if it looks familiar, that's because it's the Rebel base from Force Awakens. That's not the only place taken directly from that film. In the top right of the map, we have the First Order base. This will be replacing Demon's Dojo, so say goodbye to the Night Rose because she's about to be replaced by someone else guarding the area. So who is the NPC here? Well, we already know who's coming. The First Order base will be protected by Captain Phasma. You can spot her in this image surrounded by First Order troopers. They'll assemble here at the base on the map ready for us to fight, and don't worry, Captain Phasma will of course be a skin to claim yourself too. Rumors are that she's currently the headliner of the new LEGO Pass after being featured in their newest teaser. And that's right, Battle Royale isn't the only one getting a Star Wars season. LEGO Fortnite's Battle Pass ends on May 2nd, the same day as BR, and we'll be getting a new one that includes a bunch of new First Order base buildings and Phasma as your reward. Who knows, maybe there will even be 2 skins like the previous pass, giving us someone like C-3PO. Because yeah, he's not going to be a destroyed back bling anymore. We are finally getting a fully fledged skin, and Fortnite's already teasing it with this loading screen. On Wookiee Team Leader Satchel, you can see a keychain of him with the Mandela effect included. That is indeed a silver part of his leg, something that fans never noticed when watching the original trilogy, but it was always there, and now it's on his Fortnite skin too. Now, I haven't forgot to mention a character who is even more exciting than C-3PO. Sure, he may have been in every single Star Wars movie ever, but he doesn't have the aura of Samuel L. Jackson. That is right, Mace Windu is coming to Fortnite. Technically, he isn't the first Samuel L. Jackson skin in the game, but he is by far the most accurate, and it looks exactly like him. That also includes his iconic purple lightsaber, which will probably be a mythic weapon. If you don't know, Mace Windu is the only person in the franchise with a purple saber, simply because SLJ wanted to stand out in all the fight sequences. Suffice to say, it worked. Now let's zoom out once again to the Season 3 map. I've shown you the cantina and 2 of the bases, but this is where things get really cool. Despite the fact that he's barely appeared in any of the marketing, Darth Vader has a role to play this season. That's right, he will bring Vader's Samurai Solitude. They'll be redesigning the dojos in the bottom left of the map to be more Sith themed, but of course, it's also gonna keep that samurai aesthetic to match his outfit. I'm assuming this is Epic's way of allowing fans to buy a Darth Vader skin that isn't exclusive to a battle pass, but it is still relevant to the season. It makes total sense. I imagine he'll be a boss at this POI that you could fight, obviously protected by his samurai stormtroopers. But I'm way more excited to check out the crashed AT-AT or AT-AT, however you want to pronounce it. It's in the Snowy Mountains. It's not just the First Order base up here. Some of these wrecks have been transformed into a restaurant by the Islanders. Durburger, Guaco's Tacos, and Pizza Pit have swept into this prime real estate location and set up their vans at Eat Eat. I just know that Epic were high-fiving themselves for coming up with this. It's kind of genius, and a way better name than Saucy Sausage. I hate saying that. But I can't believe I'm saying we're getting Darth Vader's Porsche. Yeah, Fortnite have officially teased that the GT3 RS will be getting a brand new decal inspired by the villain next season, and it's not the only one. Rocket League will also be offering a Stormtrooper paint job for the Octane, meaning you'll likely be able to grab this for free. Not the only way Star Wars is appearing in other modes, Fortnite Festival is also celebrating this week by giving us 2 more songs from the films. Darth Vader's Imperial March is getting a jam track alongside the theme of Jabba's Palace. I don't know what they're trying to tease here, but I'm looking forward to it. But while we sit back and wait for the full trailer of Season 3 to release, we're all still combing through every frame of the teaser from the Star Wars celebration, and no one seems to be paying attention to the music. That's right, Epic decided it would be cool to play Levitating by Dua Lipa, and it has nothing to do with Star Wars, barely barely even fits the vibe of Darth Jar Jar, so there must be a reason for it. Well, just saying the last time this happened, it was Metallica and Wrecked, and they ended up being a festival headliner just a couple weeks later. I don't think we'll see Dua Lipa as an icon skin after Sabrina, because Daft Punk has been leaked, so who knows? She might be next in line after that. That's everything you need to know before the new season. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.